My man.
My man, good afternoon, good morning. Just checking
So
what's
how's your
cooking
day
here.
been? What have you been working on?
What I've been working on, I've been mainly today, I've been working with Sri Lanka, the project that was born when I was still in Sri Lanka, or the project that actually wanted to be manifested. It's called Trust.
Mm-hmm.
And I was tuning into that in its nature and in nature and itself, and that project was found or discovered. So it's the concept is to create the space, and now we have a land in that the generous man showed up, and he's like, I have a land. Let's go. Let's play. So we have a land now in Sigiriya, and the team is just together. 6 people already in a team working on this project effortlessly, and creating the space where people can come and enjoy simplicity, nature, harmony with nature. So we would be doing with the basic principles, everything less is more. Again, value for value principle. So I was talking a lot about Bitcoin and principles and values of Bitcoin, and I was learning about team, and they were very curious to hear to learn more about Bitcoin. And so it's been very cool 2 hour long conversation with 5 people in a room, and just jamming and loving and listening, and just stories and creation, yeah, dreams. And then we in the end, somehow I felt like calling everyone to determine their success. So this is was our first time meeting, and I invited everyone to, hey everyone, please, I invite you to feel through what is your success in this project, because we're not doing it for money, so it's very clearly. And in the end, we all landed on the same page pretty much, that it's all about the journey. it's it's about the adventure, having together and creating what we believe is possible. Yeah.
I
Yeah, so
love
it
it. I
was
think
a very cool morning.
I love it. I think that there's a lot of integration that can manifest um, by being, like you say, so permissionless.
And like we were talking about that also in the meeting about permissionless, but also we cannot not to pay attention, for example, what kind of legal documents needed, since we have a system, right? Since we still playing in the system, so we have to flow together. So for example, like if we want to create something sustainable, or build a building, then there is a need of permission, some kind of. So but then how and what we do is absolutely permissionless. There is no second project to follow or to copy, in my experience, what to create. We just all gonna feel through, express, and see what's coming. Like we cannot know the purpose of the project up front. The purpose will show up for everyone individually, and only once it's being experienced, once it's manifesting. So again, it's all about the journey, and yeah, there is no time for permissions. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that that's how we make it stronger, right? Is I think there's a element of trust, right? Like it's amazing to be working on this retreat in Ibiza, like you, there's an element of trust with that event. And so what you're doing in Sri Lanka, there's an that's already the trust environment. It's like it's so
Yeah,
beautiful because you just apply that principle to so many different applications around the world, like experiences. It's seamless and easy.
yeah, it's effortlessly because there's this kind of pull or flow, natural pull, um, and it's fun. We can remain children, we can remain our best versions. And as you say, I'm completely basing it on trust. I spoke today to everyone that, again, I confirmed my where I stand, my choices, that I am not interested to signing any documents. If I need to sign the documents, I'm not even interested to read the documents. I said it's because it's for them. We have a lawyer in the team. We have a banker in the team, former banker in the team. Um, that's not my duty to keep them accountable. It's their duty to keep their job and keep them accountable. So I'm building completely based on trust.
Feels good.
How was your morning?
It's good.
I would like to maybe, sorry, before, maybe you can share the link so I can drop the link of
I
stream.
already dropped it into the group.
Oh, you did? Thank you.
I dropped it into the group. But if you
Telegram.
want, do you want the YouTube link? What do you want?
Yeah, yeah. So people can watch.
Okay. Okay, I sent it to you.
Hmm. Thank you, bro. Yeah. So how are you? How was it?
The morning's been good. I had that meeting with Franzi and Kathy, who are amazing German entrepreneurs living one in Marbella, the other one in Ibiza, uh, that have like worked in the German economy for almost for a very long time with major corporations, and we're co-creating the Ibiza retreat, the three of us focused on really bringing the level-headedness of economic uh, awareness and how that can transition into the wealth of organizational behavior so that it can continue to manifest inside of business and organizations. Major CEOs and things like this to really start to amplify their people and the culture within the organizations. So I'm really excited because it's going to be in July. Uh, you know, both of them are like super entrepreneur women that are just making magic happen in the world. And they're also dear friends that have been on a deep spiritual path. So they recognize the responsibility that we all have as a team, as a family. And I'm excited because, the other day we also talked with VJ from the bullish case of Bitcoin. to
Mm.
talk about Austrian economics and how that is unique and different from the establishment economics that we've been basing off of in creating the central banks from statistical perspectives versus the amplification of a decentralized, permissionless, uh, co-creative capacity.
Yeah, I watched it this morning. It was a beautiful one. I love the very end of it. It was just magical how he spoke about the last 3 days, um, what he would do, and that brings to my awareness the values, what's important in life, immediately. So I'm very, yeah. It was cool to listen. Yeah, the whole conversation.
It's nice because I ask every person that I've ever interviewed on the podcast uh, over the last 5 years the same question at the end, and every single one of them, almost every single person, says spend time with family, and the ones that are really present say I wouldn't be doing anything other than what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So it's very unique.
Very beautiful, man. So how do you feel about doing now Bitcoin series? How is your how's your energy?
Yeah, it's good. I'm learning lots. Tomorrow I interview Da Vinci Jeremy, who's been in Bitcoin since 2010 or 11, when he was buying Bitcoin for $1. So he is a big time. I met him in Dubai, and had the pleasure of spending some time with him in Dubai, listening to him speak on stage, connecting with him. And he's really good friends with my other friend, Polish friend Mendez. And I reached out to him and I asked him if he wants to jump on a show on the podcast tomorrow, and he's like, "Yeah, of course." So we made it work, which I'm really excited about. Hearing his insight, yeah, he's really cool.
What he is talking about? How would you present him?
Uh, I would just present him as a man of action, a man of devotion, because he's always shared the principle, like the importance of Bitcoin and how it creates so much opportunity and freedom. And I do find that most people know him based off of just like his devotion to the platform and like how he shares it. So like he's just like a super free soul, that I'm really excited, to continue um,
Mm.
to unfold that journey. But him and like Mende, I just want to pull up like Da Vinci Jeremy, what necessarily like they say on the internet about him. So content creator in cryptocurrency. Oh, 2007, I realized that our financials is nothing sort of massive deception. So like he's just
Wow.
a legend. He's been in it. So he told
Wow.
people
Before
in
he is before Bitcoin.
yeah. So he's been around um since the beginning. And
Yeah.
so Da Vinci,
Oh
and he's been
man.
talking about it on YouTube and forever. Because of the decentralization and the focus. So it's amazing because again, I had the pleasure of just getting to know him, and even when he was talking about it on stage in Dubai, I didn't really understand it, and I love it because he doesn't force anything. He's never been a force player. He's never put himself into the forum to like force anybody. He's just been natural, and it's amazing to see
Presenting
that.
presenting the opportunities.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love this energy. I'm curious to watch it. Andrew in the house.
What up?
What's up, friends?
What up,
How are you?
jamming?
Just gonna listen in. Might lose a little reception as I pop down the 405 freeway.
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you guys.
I see
How you
the
feeling?
sun is shining in California.
Beautiful, baby. Every day. We pay a lot in taxes for the sunshine.
You think for a
How
sunshine?
you guys doing? We do. It's a sad world. How you guys doing?
Oh man, you've been trapped. The sunshine is for free, man.
Have you seen the Perrier from Spaceballs, like the air in the can? That's the stuff, baby. That's where we're heading.
Yeah. Fresh air in the can.
That's it. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Amazing. We're having a beautiful conversation again. Freshening up the day.
Eric, you are popping off with, your podcast and getting content out there. I'm curious, is this like, where are you in that journey? Like, have you escalated more recently? Has this been pretty consistent for you? And I'm just jumping into your ride for the first time?
Yeah, I've been doing it for 5 years consistently. I've interviewed over 175 thought leaders around the world over the past 5 years, talking about why they followed their dreams. So it's been something that has been building over the last 5 years, because I've been so focused and committed on delivering this responsibility of sovereignty and why we all cultivate and follow our dreams and why we should, because resilience and grace is what gives us the capacity to follow something greater than ourselves. But yeah, it's been when I started, I knew that I was setting out on a big journey and I needed the podcast not only to learn from people but to also keep me resilient. It was something that I created for myself to empower myself so that I could see how far I've come. But then what it's turned into, or what I'm seeing it's turning into, it's a really beautiful blueprint of my journey that also can be communicated and shared after I die in a way that people can actually follow a roadmap or some sort of a blueprint.
Nice. I love that, man.
So beautiful.
I know. I feel the same way, Siggy. How are you doing, Siggy, my friend? What's your progress these days in Corky Town and Corky adventures?
Been busy with talking with Eric a lot, contemplating, we're talking with a lot of people. I opened the Moon complaint line, so people were calling and complaining, sharing complaints, and we were having a good time, laughing, and he it's just bro, I'm living a dream here, literally.
That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
I asked my wife where we're going for summer vacation. She's like, maybe Ixtapa, Amsterdam, Israel, and I'm gonna push for Portugal for sure. Ooh, hold on.
Corky down. Yeah.
I'm pushing for Portugal, my friends.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, so we need to sink in the times.
You got it. What do you mean? Just that you're traveling, or are you picking up routes and heading to another?
I'm gonna leave to Lithuania. I'm going to Amberburn. So I'm gonna leave after Pink Fest. I'm checking out from here for the summer, for the whole summer.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
But then you come back.
The rest is unknown again.
Gotcha. Do you plan to go back to Corky Town?
Well, I have an intentions, but I don't plan so far anymore.
Gotcha.
I'm allowing
more specifically. what happens to the land while you're gone?
So there is a and going, creating, spending time. I think you broke. I don't know if you heard me.
No, I lost you. I am breaking up a little. Sorry.
So I said that there is people, there is owners of the land, and they are maintaining the land and coming here and going, and like, yeah, it's open land for a community. So
Gotcha.
anybody who's a part of the family can come and enjoy the land and do whatever anyone wants, and except
Gotcha,
distraction,
cool.
right? Except distraction. It's a beautiful.
Of course.
Yeah.
Leave it better than you found it.
Yeah, so man, the rocket is happening. We're building a rocket, the pink rocket here. I don't know if I told you already. Told you, I guess.
You told me a little bit about it, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna build on the top on the mountain the pink rocket in memorial of grandmother. Sarah's mother. Yeah, so it's beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna put DJs inside. We're gonna have a VJ station on top. Maybe 10-meter rocket.
Awesome.
We'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen.
That's awesome.
Pink.
Super cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it, baby.
Tell us about you, bro. What's going on with you?
I am heading into the city on my, hour-and-a-half commute to go work for the man for a little bit. I actually just kicked off a new consulting project this week, and it's like a 2-month part-time project, but it's exciting, and it lends itself well to what I'm doing anyways. The short gist of it is I'm helping a private equity firm build a B2B marketplace for all of their franchises, and these guys own a big company called Authority Brands, and within there's like 16 brands that are all home related, so electricians, carpenters, plumbers, like all tradesmen throughout the US. I already orange pilled them in the first meeting, so I've got an opportunity here. No, I'm serious. I've got a huge opportunity here to bring the Bitcoin payment network into the tradesmen and carpenters, and like I can bring a lot of this technology to a lot of front end workers in the US, and this team is on board. Like, they're very innovative, very advanced. They're firing their marketing team. They don't have a CIO. They're agile. They have a budget. So we're going to be buying a few. We might buy a marketplace platform, and then they've got their own rails. So they have their own bank. They work with Visa, so they can become their own credit card processor. And I was explaining to them how Bitcoin differs and how the Lightning Network could also provide an alternative payment method. And they were like, absolutely. So that's really exciting. I'm heading back down there for another full 1-day workshop. Yeah, man, I'm dangerous. I'm super dangerous. I'm unleashed, man.
Sorry, Eric. I'm curious about what is your pitch? How do you pitch them?
Well, so right now, here's what's actually happening. Right now, we're doing a 2-month business case to prove out this marketplace concept. And they need it, right? They've got a huge market, and their technology is super, super old. Their onboarding experience sucks. Nobody knows where to find anything. So this 2-month phase of work is to like build a business case. We're going to launch one product to prove like what we're capable of. Then it's going to be like a ton of work. Like, then we're building out the marketplace in the next couple of months. That's when I can bring in a couple of our thought leaders in our space that really understand, Bitcoin from a corporate standpoint. And we met someone who was in the lobby, who does like she helps corporations figure out Bitcoin. Wasn't it Charisse or Sharon? Wasn't she in the lobby with us, Eric? Am I wrong here? Am I an idiot?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Is she the one that does like government policy? She's like in DC. Or am I
I
totally
don't know.
off?
I don't know. I think that she's moving to Canberra to Australia with her husband. But I do remember her
Correct.
talking about her talking about Bitcoin strategy inside of organizational structure. But brother, this is
She's the
something
one.
this is something that fundamentally, like, I was talking with VJ yesterday about how, because he was like talking about how 50 years or something before we get there. And I said, bro, I don't think so. I totally disagree. I don't think it's 50 years before we get there. I think it's way, cut that by like 10 times less. And
Yeah.
So 5 years.
I think, 5 years, 3 years, but like, especially with level the focus of our energy and the focus of our devotion. And I said, bro, like, if we cultivate an integral perspective of integrating organizations into the Bitcoin development and help them understand that on their balance sheet they can transition to Bitcoin monetary, so that then they can also pay their employees with Bitcoin. Now we're taking their existing capital, we're investing into, we're deflating the money, we're creating more opportunity, and we're implementing more sovereignty within their organizational behavior. And then as a result, these businesses can start to flourish and create a payment system. And when you were talking about the payment system, Pierre, who is creating the Warsaw Festival, he is creating Flash right now. And Flash, we're building upon it in some of the festivals that I'm building for the youth leaders in Portland, and also the Ibiza retreats for the conscious entrepreneurs. So how to integrate that with a more meaningful organization to then bring these CEOs on at the retreats, and then the youth also at the festivals, to then know, you guys, this is the new economic system, this is the new development. And by helping them understand from an Austrian economic perspective that this is actually way different than the established economics, and how that needs to be statistically, it's been misappropriated for such a long time. The organizations will have self-empowerment. The organizations will start to be developed as these evolutionary teal organizations that Frederic Laloux talks about in Reinventing Organizations in his book. So, and it's also what Casey Sheehan had done with Patagonia already. So anyways, I went on but the point is that Flash, I think that from my perspective, bro, I would highly suggest, having a conversation with Pierre, seeing how we can get his already existing payment through Lightning to integrate into this sequence that you're going into. And then if if I can support you in any way, I'm here.
Yeah, that's it. I already dropped Flash on them. They've heard the name already, because I explained to them these new tools coming out to manage your subscriptions through Bitcoin right through your Netflix account. And they were like, oh yeah, we get it. Super cool. So they're already on board. Pierre is the right player there. And between Mick and Filippo taking a look at this and figuring out kind of the economics of it, because we got to build the business case for, here are the basis points you make when your Visa, because that's what they're going to be. What do the basis points look like when you're processing on Bitcoin, and what are the benefits? What are the downsides? Where's the speed? Where's the adoption? So there's more of a story to tell there. And then I do want to get reconnected with, is it Charisse? I'm terrible. Is it?
Yeah, I think it's her.
Or is it Sharon?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you ever got her contact info or a way to get in touch, but I'd love to get reconnected to her. Just amazing. Yeah. So yeah, that's I'm doing that. And then I have like 6 other things going on if you guys just want to hear about all of them, but I didn't want to bore you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm curious.
I'm half kidding. I seriously have Mastermind is still coming up and running. I just submitted my 1-pager pitch to Republic and Jairitsu. And long story short, we're going to go and see if we can run a $10 million campaign on republic.com to launch tokenized Bitcoin mining rigs. So that's the pitch there. Waiting to hear back on the PR piece and Jairitsu and Republic figuring their stuff out. So I'm in a holding pattern, although some cool things popped up today. So Mastermind's doing great. Jairitsu's doing pretty well. I went to the A16Z events last week, met some incredible investors, incredible people, had a super cool time. Oh, what is this? Sorry, cardboard box in the road. So this week I've got multiple VC firms looking at closing out Jairitsu's final funding before it launches on its exchange. And this was supposed to be marketing budget. I also, I might divert them and I might, anyways, yeah, that's a fun side story, but I'm having fun. Like I'm raising capital for the first time as a syndicator, and I'm able to actually bring an insane company to like really well-respected VCs that I have in my network. And I've never been able to do that before. This is all like a first for me. And this is probably 10 years of hard work, of networking, of like wanting to be an angel investor and like wanting to do this. And it finally like coming to fruition just takes time. You got to be patient. Literally 10 years ago, I wanted to be doing what I'm finally doing today. And I just, by not giving up and by navigating through tons of random dead ends, I'm like finally here. So it's like, great.
Let's go to the moon.
Go, baby. Let's go, baby. So that's going well. That's going well. Jairitsu is going to be massive. I'm really excited for them. Their token's going to do well. Their platform is revolutionary. I'm going to build a product on top of it. I'm going to become hopefully like one of those guys in the ecosystem, like one of the early Ethereum type guys, where I'm like reinvesting, like building tools, you know, redeploying my tokens into the network. Oops, I need to exit. This will be interesting. Just a moment, friends.
Maybe there is something needs to come through you, so that's why. Maybe you need to share something more.
Ooh, just a moment, friends. This is precarious, but I made it. Sweet.
Damn it.
All right. Nothing like the Los Angeles getting from the carpool lane 7 lanes over to get to your exit move.
No, it's
welcome casual. To the superhighway, friends.
Everyday event.
LAX, where I am right now, LAX is over here. Downtown LA is over there. I'm going south this way towards Palos Verdes, and then back north is where I live. Here we go. Anyway, so Jairitsu's doing great. And then the last one for you, Eric, I think I mentioned, is a very good friend of mine, Roman, is a co-founder of a restaurant club in LA. And now they've got like 2 locations open, 2 more they're building. And he's like this amazing guy from France, very friendly. He's responsible for all of like the private parties and business development. So he's very well connected, like plans things with the Kardashians, potentially. They actually said no, but like that level of like white glove concierge. And he wants to launch a private membership club, which is this new business model that's doing really well and super cool. And you basically find a little cobble and niche of, you know, global remote working entrepreneurs, growth mindset, you know, amazing people like us. And you bring them into a little community on an app and then add a lot of value with like guest speakers, live events, you know, additional resources, deal flow, all sorts of stuff, you know, if you want. And we're going to launch it. So we're going to have a cool little global community type thing, and would love to get you guys feedback on it as we kind of build it as we go, because I feel like it could be a direction based on your guys, you know, heart and soul and everything you bring to the table. And we'd like some of that, because he and I are great people. So we want to We want the great people club, basically.
Yeah. Bro, I was
That's what we're
listening
looking
and
to
I
build.
remember when you taught me a bit about fungibility, and I don't know if something is there to discuss openly on streaming live, but I'm so curious to learn from you about it, man, through experience, I want to say.
Yes. Yeah. Would you like me to spitball on that? I've got another
Oh, yeah,
29
whatever you
minutes.
feel you can. Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah. Are you good with this, Eric? I'll give you a little fun, interesting insight, if that's cool.
Yeah, I'm good. I have to leave in 14 minutes because I have a meeting, but for 14 minutes, I'm all ears.
Okay. I'll spin it out there. Before I do, any
Yeah.
feedback or questions on those last like 4 things I threw at you?
So for me, I'm curious to the most about the last project you mentioned. To have eyes on it, to have eyes on it, and share my insights and be a part of one or another way. The other projects it feels like are out of my field. Like except the construction thing, I'm also curious to learn, to pick from you more brains. How can I bring it to the Sweden, because I'm still in construction, like side, and I have a deep network over there. So but not now.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Awesome. And Eric, anything before I talk too much again?
Yeah, so I just wanted to share that based off of like what I'm hearing with the ventures and the capital and the funding and private equity and things like this, where really I find that it's important for us to continue to build out these venture firms in a strong way, where we are deploying assets and people into the network. And I find that if we're able to bring private equity and organizational thought leaders into the network and help them transition into the Bitcoin dev, then we're going to amplify the transition into the new economy a lot more faster. I think bringing on or seeing if Vijay Boyapati is open to talking about, you talked about bringing some of these economic pieces together. He wrote that book, and I think he used to work with Google before it started up. He's a brilliant mind, and having him be an integral part of that building up. I think he does a lot of things around the world. He lives in Seattle, but I believe that if it's for the reason to build a network in the node, I think that it would bring a lot of capacity and growth. And I would love to make sure, or see, not make sure, how we can build out this venture firm even bigger as a bigger team. For me, the more that we're able to then do that, we can start to really do all of the things that you're talking about the global community, and because it's all one project, but even though they're different projects, they're one project for the more meaningful component of what we're doing. And so my hallucination is that how can we actually use the venture firm as the funnel to create all of the projects, by then, as a result, attracting all of the things into the final part, which is the big community, so that then we can create a more accessible deal flow that focuses on the Bitcoin development.
I feel like I lost my connection. Still there?
Yeah.
You just finished.
Oh, okay. I think I caught it all the way up to the end, and I think I got it all. Nice. One thing, too, would love to get connected, and yes, let's broaden this group and start looking at what does the venture layer look like, because you're right, it's all kind of falling under one bigger layer. of capital that we probably need to pool and access for multiple projects. And two, something popped into my head based on what you said. I love this idea of either going to a conference like CES that has the right level of executives, or planning and launching the first like fintech, but not so scary, but like a corporate conference for corporate executives to come learn about, fintech technology that happens to be Bitcoin, but you don't even make it about Bitcoin. You just make it about new technology, but we run the show. And that's the way to unscary it for corporate guys. Like, don't make it a Bitcoin conference, make it a business conference, but we only invite our Bitcoin friends. We only invite, the Flashes and the Nosters of the world, and show them what we're building,
Yeah.
But don't make it a Bitcoin conference. Make it a fintech conference.
Well, brother, so I was actually just on the call with two ladies from Germany that are helping us put together a 4-day, let's call it retreat in Ibiza. Okay. So imagine the beginning conference. Let's call it a conference now. Let's make sure. Let's say it's, instead of 20 people, it's 200. But we make it in Ibiza, focused on fintech in the summertime, that allows people to understand. And then from that space, they can not only go into fintech and technology and economy, but they also go into the depths of their spirit, their souls, and development. And so it creates, we give them what they want, right? From the perspective, but once they get there, they get what they need, not just in terms of the education of Bitcoin, but they also then, we get to expand their minds, hearts, and souls by doing some of the deeper work, by having these amazing, powerful, spiritual women that are also huge business leaders in Germany, because they have that Austrian economic perspective.
Nice. Yeah, I think that could be, I think yes, and I think there's this as its own standalone, and there's definitely a huge subset of these corporate executives that'll fall into that bucket. And then there's the broader standard, consensus CES kind of conference that I'm still thinking about, because that's how corporate America works, and that's how I think we can integrate and orange pill them without them knowing it.
When you say CES, are you talking about the Conscious Entrepreneurship Summit?
No, I'm talking about the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. No, I'm thinking corporate, buddy. I'm like, where are all of the CEOs of America hanging out and looking for new technology? Like, that's the way I'm approaching this. I'm not going to get them in. I'm not going to get them in with growth mindset. I'm not going to get them in with retreat in Ibiza. I'm going to get them in with how many BPS does this add to my bottom line in corporate America? And these guys move trillions of dollars. So that's kind of my strategy. Let me be the orange pill that swallows into these guys, and then you take them to the next level. Yeah, you find the inspiring ones that, then you get the cream of the crop. You can find those, level 4, level 5 leaders that, can get you to that. But I still need level 3, level 2, and level 1 leaders all on board. And they're not going to give a shit about, what's my mindset. They're going to be like, what's my bottom line?
Yeah.
I love it. Let's get them all. Every single one of them.
That's the point.
Good.
I think that's the way that we bridge, right? That's the way that we bridge it all together, right? Is together by doing. And that's why I think if we are integrating the venture firm as a global whole, it brings consistency, because we're all narrating the same story.
Agreed. Let's put some pen to paper on that. When
do you have time to sit down? Later today?
No. No, I'm in a full day workshop.
Okay.
So I probably won't be available realistically until next week, just because I have so many, all this stuff came a little faster than I was expected. And yeah, I just have too much on my plate right now. But I do, this piece we'll get to pretty soon because it'll be integral to everything. But yeah, I just can't do it this week, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll probably I have some meetings that I might be able to I'll probably get some stuff done with a couple different people to really bring that to life, especially now that I know what you're up to. So
okay,
and
that would work. But I also will probably jump on these Zooms every morning if I'm not doing anything.
Perfect.
So we might just get stuff done. Tomorrow I might be on at my computer and be like, hey guys, let's just map this out quick.
Hey man, this is our office hours, so I mean that's the time to do it. You're driving me.
It. Every time you guys post that link in our little group, if I'm just sitting there, it's like game on.
Yeah, nice. So cool, brother. Yeah, it's cool to hear you standing both feet on the ground and going for it. You know what you're going for.
Yeah.
It feels so powerful.
Yeah.
I feel
well,
you're like a bullet. You're going it. You have a target.
I'm a bullet train. You can't even stop me, man. Just like I'm a bullet train now. I'm getting up to my 300 miles an hour, and then just see you later, guys. You're either on my train or you're off. All right, Eric, I think we got to let you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the meeting now, so I'm gonna see you fellas tomorrow.
Excellent, guys. Just remember,
ciao.
33.
Of course. Hey, look at this. Wait a second. If you say so. Wow, how do I do this? Can you see there is a number?
No.
33. Okay, so to halving, Eric, remember I put it down? You made some commitment there. Remember, 33 days was something has to happen. I don't remember. But halving is a significant...
Okay. That was it, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the halving, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now it's less, but...
All right, my friends. Why don't I let you go? Brother. Eric, you're going to hop onto your call. Yeah?
Yes, say a little prayer for me, fellas.
All right. Good luck, my friend. Siggy, I'll let you go too. I'm going to hop off because I'm at my office almost.
Yeah.
Okay, big love.
All right, my friend.
Playfully out. Ciao.
Beautiful days. Good luck to everyone today. We chat soon, okay?
You bet.
Ciao.